These coins could be hidden treasure. Do not spend them. Check now. Hidden wealth and silent fortune could be sitting in your pocket while most people unknowingly spend them every day. Nobody talks about these quarters, yet collectors are fighting over them after real auction shock results. Each coin in this video gets rarer, scarier, and more valuable, so stay until the very end because these coins change everything. First up, most people would never look twice at a 2016 state quarter with a P mint mark. That is exactly why this coin is so dangerous to ignore. Right now, somewhere in America, one of these quarters is being tossed into a vending machine, dropped into a tip jar, or forgotten in a drawer. Yet certain examples in fine condition have stunned collectors with astonishing auction attention. This is not fiction. This is the kind of hidden wealth that quietly slips through people's fingers every single day. Before you spend another quarter, take a closer look because this detail changes everything. The year 2016 was a fascinating period in modern American history. The country was moving through a major political and economic transition, and the United States Mint was producing enormous numbers of coins to satisfy circulation demand. Under that pressure, certain coins began attracting unusual collector attention. What seemed ordinary at the time would later become a target for serious collectors searching for overlooked treasures. The story behind this 2016 P State quarter is not just about 25 cents. It is about timing, survival, and a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Turn the coin in your hand and look closely. On the obverse, you'll find George Washington facing left, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust." And the year 2016, the reverse, showcases the unique state quarter design with its carefully crafted artwork and lettering that captures a piece of American heritage. The coin is struck in a copper core, clad by outer layers of copper nickel, giving it the familiar silver-colored appearance people recognize instantly. Yet collectors are not looking at it the way ordinary people do. They are studying every tiny detail. This quarter feels ordinary, but its specifications matter. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of about 1.75 millimeters, and features a reeded edge that wraps around its entire girth. Most people never notice these details, but advanced collectors absolutely do. They inspect strike sharpness, edge quality, surface preservation, and subtle signs of mint production stress. Tiny differences can separate an everyday quarter from something far more valuable. What makes surviving examples so desirable is condition. After years of circulation, scratches, wear, contact marks, and environmental damage eliminate countless coins from serious consideration. Original surfaces become increasingly difficult to find. That is why collectors obsess over untouched examples showing natural toning, darker antique surfaces, or honest age. Never clean this coin. Even a gentle cleaning can permanently destroy collector confidence and erase value that can never be recovered. Original toning matters more than many people realize. Another factor driving demand is the mint mark. The small P beneath the date may seem insignificant, but collectors often focus intensely on mint locations, strike quality, and population estimates. Some spend years searching through rolls and collections looking for the finest examples available. When one appears with attractive surfaces and strong eye appeal, competition becomes surprisingly aggressive. Auction rooms can become very quiet before sudden bidding wars erupt. Most people miss this because they never think a quarter could inspire that level of obsession. Today, examples associated with this rare collector market have reached reported auction values around $130 zeroth. Think about that for a moment. A coin designed to buy a snack suddenly becomes serious money. That is hidden wealth. That is silent fortune. That is a life-changing opportunity many people accidentally spend without a second thought. Do not spend this coin. Professional grading is critical because authentication, condition analysis, and market credibility can dramatically affect collector interest. Patience creates wealth, and rushed decisions often destroy it. Before you move on, check the date, inspect the P mint mark, avoid cleaning, preserve the original surfaces, and consider professional grading if the coin appears promising. You may be holding a fortune and not even know it. But don't go anywhere, because the next coin is even more shocking. Its story is rarer, its demand is stronger, and the reason collectors are chasing it will leave most people speechless. Have you ever ignored a quarter because it looked too new, too common, too ordinary to matter? That mistake could cost someone a fortune. The 2017 state quarter with the D mint mark has become one of those coins that quietly slips through circulation while sharp-eyed collectors search for every surviving example they can find. Most people never stop to look. They spend it, lose it, or leave it behind. But for serious collectors, this coin represents something completely different. It represents hidden treasure, hiding in plain sight. And if you have one sitting in a jar right now, you need to pay attention because this is not fiction. The story begins in 2017 Ampere's year, when America was moving through another major political and economic transition. Confidence, uncertainty, market shifts, and changing expectations dominated conversations across the country. Meanwhile, the United States Mint continued producing coins for everyday commerce. Millions entered circulation, but collectors understand a secret most people never realize. Large production numbers do not guarantee long-term survival in desirable condition. Over time, circulation damage destroys quality, removes eye appeal, and dramatically reduces the number of pieces that serious collectors actually want to own. At first glance, the coin appears familiar. On the obverse, George Washington faces left with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 2017. The small D mint mark identifies production at the Denver Mint. Flip the coin over, and the reverse displays the state quarter design, carefully engraved with detailed artwork, lettering, and symbols representing American heritage. Every word, every line, and every design element matters, because collectors inspect these features under magnification, searching for exceptional quality. What seems ordinary to one person can appear extraordinary to another. Its construction sounds simple, yet collectors obsess over the details. The coin consists of a pure copper core, layered between outer copper-nickel cladding. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and carries a thickness near 1.75 millimeters. Around the entire girth runs a sharply reeded edge. These measurements rarely attract public attention, but advanced collectors study them carefully because even subtle differences in strike quality, preservation, and surface appearance can influence demand. This detail changes everything. One reason this coin continues attracting attention is the production pressure surrounding modern minting. High-speed equipment, constant die use, and relentless production schedules create conditions where die fatigue, strike variations, and subtle imperfections can occur. Collectors examine every letter, every strand of Washington's hair, every edge detail, and every section of the reverse design. The obsession may sound extreme, but when collectors believe a coin stands above the rest, competition becomes intense. That is why so many examples disappear into long-term collections and rarely return to the market. Survival is where the real story begins. Most 2017 D-state quarters were handled roughly from the moment they entered circulation. They passed through cash registers, vending machines, parking meters, pockets, purses, and coin counting machines. Every encounter left tiny marks. Every year reduced the number of attractive examples still remaining. Today, finding one with strong original surfaces, pleasing eye appeal, and minimal damage is becoming increasingly difficult. That shrinking supply is exactly what fuels collector demand. And there is something else collectors absolutely love: original character. A naturally aged surface with authentic toning, soft color changes, or subtle darkness often creates far more excitement than a bright, polished appearance. Never clean this coin. Cleaning removes history from the surface and can permanently destroy collector interest. Even gentle rubbing can leave microscopic scratches that professional graders immediately recognize. Original toning matters. Original texture matters. Original surfaces matter. Once they are gone, they can never be restored. The D-Mint mark itself has become an obsession for many collectors. Some spend years comparing examples, searching for stronger strikes, sharper details, and superior preservation. Auction behavior around desirable examples can become surprisingly aggressive. Bidders sit quietly, watching, waiting, then suddenly compete with remarkable intensity. Many collectors are no longer selling their best examples. They are holding them. As demand rises and available supply shrinks, interest continues growing among those who recognize what they are looking at. Today, exceptional examples associated with this collector market have achieved reported auction values approaching $120 zeroth. Think about that reality. A quarter designed for everyday transactions suddenly becomes serious money. Hidden wealth. Silent fortune. A life-changing opportunity. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Verify the D-Mint mark. Protect the surfaces. Never clean it. And if you believe you have a strong example, professional grading is critical because authentication and condition can determine everything. Patience creates wealth, but careless handling destroys it forever. What comes next is even bigger. The next coin is rarer, far more shocking, and the reason collectors are desperately hunting for it has left even experienced coin experts stunned. You do not want to miss the next one. Imagine finding a quarter so ordinary-looking that almost everyone would spend it without a second thought. Yet collectors quietly search for it year after year. That's exactly what makes the 2012 State Quarter with the P-Mint mark so fascinating. It doesn't shine like gold. It doesn't look rare. It doesn't announce its importance. Instead, it hides in plain sight, moving from pocket to pocket, while countless people unknowingly let a potential treasure slip away. Most people miss this coin because they assume all quarters are the same. They are not. Back in 2012, America was still navigating economic recovery and adjusting to a changing financial landscape. The United States Mint continued producing coins for everyday commerce, ensuring enough currency flowed through the economy. While millions of quarters entered circulation, very few survived, and years of handling while maintaining the characteristics serious collectors demand. Time became the enemy. Scratches accumulated. Surfaces wore down. Attractive examples slowly disappeared. That survival challenge is one reason collectors continue paying close attention to this particular issue. Take a closer look at the coin itself. On the obverse, George Washington faces left beneath the word Liberty. The date 2012 appears clearly, while In God We Trust sits nearby along with the important P-Mint mark identifying Philadelphia production. Flip the coin over, and the reverse showcases one of the detailed state quarter designs celebrating American history and heritage through carefully engraved artwork and inscriptions. Every line, every letter, and every design element becomes important when collectors begin examining quality under magnification. Although it feels like an ordinary quarter, its technical specifications matter. The coin is composed of a pure copper core covered by outer layers of copper-nickel cladding. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures about 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness close to 1.75 millimeters. Around its entire girth runs a reeded edge. These measurements may sound insignificant, but advanced collectors use them as part of a complete evaluation process when determining authenticity and quality. What truly separates this coin from millions of others is the combination of age, preservation, and collector psychology. Minting operations were running continuously, placing stress on dies and production equipment. Collectors now examine strike sharpness, lettering clarity, surface texture, and subtle details many people never notice. Some become obsessed with finding examples that display superior eye appeal. This detail changes everything because collector demand is driven by quality, not simply existence. The rarity story is not about how many were made. It is about how many survived in desirable condition. An almost fine example that retains honest originality often attracts attention because so many pieces have been damaged, cleaned, polished, or heavily worn. That is why original surfaces are so important. Never clean this coin. Even a light cleaning can permanently damage its collector appeal. Original toning matters. Natural darkness matters. Small patches of age-related color can actually increase interest because they tell the coin's authentic story. Collectors frequently focus on the P-mint mark, comparing examples and searching for stronger details. Some spend years building collections and refuse to sell their best pieces. Auction rooms often become surprisingly intense whenever highly desirable examples appear. Quiet bidding can suddenly transform into aggressive competition. Supply continues shrinking as more coins enter private collections, while demand continues growing among people who recognize what they are looking at. Today, exceptional examples associated with this collector market have achieved reported auction values around $150. That is serious money hiding behind an everyday quarter. Hidden wealth. Silent fortune. A life-changing opportunity. Do not spend this coin. Check the date carefully. Verify the P-mint mark. Protect the original surfaces. Professional grading is critical because authentication and condition often determine collector confidence. Patience creates wealth, but careless handling can erase opportunity forever. If this quarter is sitting in your change jar, wallet, or coin collection right now, you may be looking at something far more important than 25 cents. The people who succeed in coin collecting are often the ones who notice what everyone else ignores. If you enjoyed this video, don't stop checking your change. The next coin hiding in circulation right now could be even more shocking than the ones we covered today. Remember, hidden wealth often looks ordinary. Silent fortune usually goes unnoticed, and the biggest treasures are often the coins people spend every day. Drop a comment with the year of the oldest quarter you found, subscribe to Coin Empire USA, and turn on notifications because the next discovery could change everything.